You know, this place feels kind of empty. Now I got some music. You guys can't hear it.
No, I can't hear it. Plus, I'm into settings now. I don't know how to go back. I gotta hit reverse, see what happens.
Oh, where did Joe go?
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. This is Bob.
Hey everyone, this is Miles.
Welcome to the Static Show. Oh, my goodness. Last show of 2024, Miles.
I've been told, yes.
Any thoughts on that?
I thought you might bring up something, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to eventually, but
I see. You're toying with me now.
I'm a cat. I have to play.
Yeah. Yes. With my balls.
Well, why don't you, since you're the one that instigated, you should announce
No.
that.
Okay, I will. All right.
Yeah, you do it.
Bob has had, quite a year this year, and last year he spent a lot of money. He got me a plaque memorializing, the show being like 25 years old or some such thing. And so I thought, well, maybe I can return the favor somehow. So I arranged a private a conversation, if you will, between a A-list star and Bob Lament, and the rest is history, as they say. So I hope you enjoyed it, Bob.
I did. It was great. I was been waiting to talk about it tonight. I didn't want to blow it, I didn't want to blow it ahead of time. Well, you have to give a little backstory on who this was. You just said an A-list star.
I'm gonna butcher her last name though. See, that's I don't want to butcher it.
This is what makes it even better for me. Better.
She's so nice. I don't want to butcher her name though.
You think you would have took 2 seconds to look up her name?
It's Marilyn. It's Marilyn. And I'm sorry, Marilyn.
What is her last name?
Gigliotti or something like Is it Gigliotti or something?
That sounds good. I don't know how do you pronounce it either.
I don't know. I should know this. I'm sorry, but no, it is. If you are familiar with the movie Clerks, this would be the Veronica character, the actress who played Veronica. And I have been following her on Instagram, on the gram, and she did some cameo stuff. And I said, hey, listen, if you can give me like this huge 50% off discount, I would like you to please talk to Bob Lament. He's had quite a year this year. And she said, yes, I'll get to it. I'm like, she's
pulling get to it eventually. Yeah.
She's pulling the miles on me like, oh no, this could be like next year. I don't know. No, she did get to it. And what scared me though, she's like, I actually listened to part of the show. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about like taunting little children last week. I'm like, oh no. Like I was making fun of children in front of their moms and dads. And I'm like, oh no.
You were telling kids that their football team sucked
into their faces. Yeah. And I'm hoping she didn't listen to that one, but she was so impressed with your blue cat, talking cat.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because I'm like, because at first I'm like, sure, she listened to the show. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then she throws that in there. I'm like, oh shit, she did. Oh,
I'll tell you, this is going to speak volumes, especially to Miles.
Mm-hmm.
But first thing I did, I showed my wife.
You did.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd she say?
To be honest with you, everybody, I don't show my wife very much of what Miles sends to me because
I was just berating her off the air actually, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really show her everything that he sends me because it's
nudity.
It's not. Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Bob, what he sends me in the mail. Oh my god.
You have to be careful, man. You just use those words, and your wife is probably going to chew you up after this.
Yeah.
No, she knows. She knows that I'm protecting her, and that's what. That's what.
Well, she doesn't show you much. You just said it, or you don't show her much, vice versa.
But
It's all NC-17 stuff, huh?
well,
when you,
yeah, or
when
Yeah.
when you said
sometimes.
you got a plaque last year, I thought you were going to return the favor and make a vet appointment for Bobcat to get the plaque removed from his teeth.
You don't like my pearly whites? No, so I can't remember when it was, Miles, but yeah, so through the course of things, let's just put it that way, I have in different times been responsible for purchasing plaques for important people,
Right.
and so I said, oh, you know what, this is a good idea. I will give Miles a 25-year plaque for the show.
Mhm.
And so I
Mhm.
did that a while back, and then of course he hangs it in the bathroom, and not even his main bathroom. It's like in this basement bathroom. You know what I mean?
I
So
did. Yeah, I did.
Wait. Where did he hang it at? That's the important part. Was it
right
above the toilet? Oh, above the toilet. Okay.
Well, yeah.
And, yeah. He's got he basically he sits with his back to it
Yeah.
and does his business. You know, so
Mhm.
Should have gorilla glued it to the toilet bowl.
yeah, put it on the lid. Yeah.
Something
The
to aim
tank.
for, you know.
Yeah.
No, but
Well,
anyway,
yeah, I don't need the bowl. What's the back part?
the tank,
the tank. There we go. The tank. Yeah.
So, but he does this nice thing. So the funny thing is, and I'll catch people up if they don't. You know, we don't expect everybody to listen to every episode, to be honest with you. But how long ago has it been now, Miles? So I came up to visit you in 2014, 15.
I said it was 5 years ago, but I'm sure it was longer than
No, it's
that.
farther. It's longer than that.
I know.
My God, it's
Maybe it
been
was
5 years since you've
2016.
seen each other.
What?
It's been 5 years since you've seen each other.
Oh yeah, we never ever see
My
each other
God.
like physically. No.
Only in our
So-
dreams.
Only only in your dreams. So I was up there and my son and I went up and Miles procured tickets for us to go see a screening of Clerks with Dante. I can't remember his name now. What's the actor's name?
Oh, you would ask me.
Now
that.
you're gonna
It
blank on it.
is-
You're butchering this whole
No,
thing. now.
no. Keep going. I'll tell you what it is. Keep
Okay.
going.
So anyway, we went to see a screening and then there was a Q&A with the actor who played Dante, and Miles is such a schmoozer. We actually got a picture with him before and hung out with him for a few minutes before the show. He was out in the lobby. Miles goes up, struts up and says, "Hey, you know, Dante, we're here to see you." And
I said my friend's dying of lupus, and could we please have
Oh
a
my
picture?
God.
so
Make a
there's a
wish.
picture of us all together.
Yeah.
At
I don't even know what
at the
lupus
screening.
is. Tell you the truth, I don't know.
It's like a skin condition or something. Yeah.
Yeah, psoriasis.
Not only that, he also introduced me to the mayor of his town, and I hung out with the mayor.
Who is a Cowboys fan? Boo! They suck.
They suck.
Oh, I'm upset with the Cowboys. We needed them to win the other day against Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
The Dirty Birds.
Although it's not going to much matter. I got the Lions game on in the background here. If they blow it to San Francisco, they'll probably blow it to the Vikings and not win the division this year. So
there you go.
Yeah.
We've needed somebody to help us out all year long to beat Philadelphia, the Vikings, and
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Shout out all you, right? What's
all you filthy Eagles?
Yeah.
Fly.
It's the Home Alone movie, right? You filthy bastards.
Filthy animals.
Filthy animals. Yeah.
So Miles did that for me, and then now he's got who was basically Dante's pseudo love interest, I suppose, from the movie.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of them, yeah. And to do a nice little thing, and it's on Facebook and I guess other places. I don't know where all did you put it at.
What did your wife say? First of all, I want to know this.
Oh, she thought it was cool. It was interesting. She thought it was very nice.
Two things.
She's like, oh, that's that. She goes, who is that? And I didn't tell her at first. I go, look what Miles did for me. Take a listen. And she's like, hey, wait, I know who that is. Who is that? And I said,
I had the same reaction at my house too. I'm like, honey, look at who?
Yeah. Well, no, she couldn't place her. She couldn't place her because
I know. I go.
Her character was, she was a lot younger then, so it's different.
But she said everything I told her to say. I go, can you work in the number 37 into whatever you're going to say?
Oh my God.
And which if you're familiar with the movie, you'll know what that means. But
like an improv act, right? When you're up on the stage, I need a number, I need a color,
something like yes.
Miles is like, here's my credit card information. Here's what I need. But no, it was great. I thought it was very nice and very what do you want to say? I was humbled by it. It was very humbling experience to see that. So
I was going to get Tracy Lord, so that was too expensive. So I had to back it off.
Now I wish. Now I have this whole backstory that I've built here, and then you're like, oh well, I was going to get Tracy Lord.
No, come on.
I thought this was all part of the whole thing about Clerks, because the other thing is that Miles and I went to film school together, and my God, we complained about Clerks because it came out.
Yeah, it was like everything you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out and we're like, God damn it. I mean, we were in school, little before that. So
you know what the worst of the worst was? The Blair Witch Project, because that was like everything you were never supposed to do. Never, ever allowed.
Hey, Miles, did it terrify you from going camping ever again?
I fell for it. I was like, wow. I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
I did. I fell for it.
That was the whole thing. We were that's one of the other few times I've actually been in his presence. Was we went up and I stayed with him for I was sequestered in his basement for about 2-3 days, and they just kept talking about the Blair Witch, and I'm like, it's fake. It's all fake. And they're like, are you sure?
Yeah, I thought it was real. I wanted it to be real.
I got to tell you guys, I thought the first one was real. I knew the second one was full of shit, but I thought the first one was real. I mean, they did a pretty damn good job.
I was more afraid of the film I helped Bob with, because he did some recycling thing, and it was full of beads. The whole place, like the lights we brought,
to death. Yeah.
The lights were getting burnt out because the bees were like doing suicide on the lights.
Runs into the lights. Yeah.
And I was afraid we were going to get like really horribly bitten at this thing. Stunned, I'm like, man, this is like crazy.
Yeah, he took. I was filming this machine that crushes up cans and shoots them into the back of a semi. Mm-hmm. And he filmed me filming that, and there was bees all around my head.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like swarming my head whenever I had him turn the machine on, and I was just trying to get a shot of these things getting chucked up into the.
It's like the worst topic you could have picked, because it was so dangerous.
For film school, it was dangerous. Yeah, I suppose.
I could have
lost a finger. I could have got stung like 1,000,000 times.
I accidentally ruined one of your projects, so I do still feel bad about that, though. I fucked up the focus on something. The one where the lady spits out the Tic Tac back into the Tic Tac jar, the Tic Tac container. Yeah, I screwed that. I screwed up the focus on that really bad.
Yeah. Oh well.
Out of all this, I'm surprised you didn't make him sign a waiver.
Who's that? Me making him or what?
Well, I mean, Miles making you sign the waiver. I mean, because your life could have been put in jeopardy. You're telling me about the
bees.
The fuck. crusher or something, bees or something.
That was my choice. He was actually standing back, so I was putting myself in
I was
peril.
close enough. I was afraid. I was like, really far back, and like there was bees all over this place. It's like,
you sure
holy
they
crap.
weren't murder hornets?
No, this is way before murder.
Yeah,
hornets.
that's way before. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I basically did a project that was a guaranteed A, because the teacher wanted to do it, and so he's like, and so I said I'll do it, and then I was being a kiss ass, and so I got an easy grade because he wanted to do the project. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was total kiss ass on that one.
Now you're reminding me of that movie with Emma Stone, Easy A.
Easy A, yeah. Well, there's an easier way to get an A, but I wasn't willing to do that.
Actually, we had an editing project to do, and I was at the time wealthy, and I actually bought the thing, and I had like this exchange student actually do all the work on it, and we got an A.
Wait, Miles, you were wealthy at one point?
Yeah, Miles was quite wealthy at one point. Yes,
I had $100,000 in my checking account.
What happened? What happened?
My best friend tried to kill me in a car accident. Basically, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I used to be very rich, and Bob was very poor, and now the tables have turned, unfortunately. But
I don't think that I'm very rich, by the way. So yeah.
Well, yeah, you are. Yeah. In love, you are. Anyway, no, that's funny because the teacher even was trying to like call me out on it. Like, did you actually work on this? I'm like, oh yeah. A lot, yeah. I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Your other work does not demonstrate this prowess at editing. Yeah,
like I buddied up with like the best guy there. I'm like, hey, listen. I'll spend like I don't even know how much it was. It was like, how much was that? I don't even know how much it was. It was like
I don't know. I can't remember. It was
probably a few $100 at the time or something. I'm like, hey, I'll pony up all the money.
It was all too much for me.
Well, I whipped out the checkbook, no problem.
And I'll buy you all the food you want.
Yep. McDonald's. The guy like McDonald's.
That's the way you rolled.
Yep.
That's cool. Joe's favorite restaurant, by the way. Joe loves McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely used to. I can't handle eating there all that much anymore. But hey, I like the food. It's just that everything in moderation. You can't eat that kind of stuff all the time.
But anything else on this story, Miles, that you want to?
No, I don't know. I don't. I just know that I want to thank the late Marilyn for doing it. Just an awesome job. Just a professional lady. Knocked it out, very quickly. Cannot say enough good words about it. It's awesome. Really blew me away.
You could say a lot of words, just not her last name.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong though. So I'm like, I don't know. It's something.
Brian O'Halloran played Dante.
Brian O'Halloran, yes. God damn it, yes.
And it's Marilyn Igliotti.
Yeah, actually,
I don't know. It's a nice Italian girl, Michael.
She invited me actually to a Comic-Con, but it's like in Ohio. So I'm like, man,
the Midwest. People are confused.
Yeah,
I heard Italian. I heard Italian. That put a smile on my face. I was expecting like a Jew thing,
No, it's Italian. Nice Italian girl.
Yeah, very nice. Super nice.
And so if you go and Clerks came out in '94, and Miles and I would be graduating just a little bit prior to that. The things.
Yeah, it was a big deal when that came out.
Yeah, it was huge. I remember we both watched it and we're like, "Fuck."
You watched it at my house, didn't you?
I think so. I think I did.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I think it's the first time I saw it.
But Bob, the budget on that movie was very low. I think they only had like $5,000 or something to work with, or some crazy amount of low money.
Well, now let me. This is what we argued about at the time when this came out. So yes, the Kevin Smith only spent like somewhere like $10,000. It was all on credit cards and everything.
Yeah,
right? But that's what he made. what you saw in the theaters, there was a lot more money spent that no one talks about, because the deal was all the visuals were Kevin Smith. Pretty much all the audio got redone when it got released, because the audio was shit when he recorded it. And so they did a whole lot of sweetening and looping and whatnot in order to make it releasable to the theaters. So yeah, I mean, everybody loves those stories where they're like, "Oh, they only spent $25 on this whole production," but whenever you get into the studios or whatever, you know how it is, Michael.
Bob,
you do studio works.
Yeah, man. It wasn't shot on a soundstage. It was shot at a real convenience store.
Real convenience
store,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there in New Jersey, in a small town. Yeah.
And the acoustics wouldn't be that great, I would imagine. Yeah.
No. And so, but it was shot on 16 millimeter black and white, and Miles and I did that too, and everything. And so the visuals, they bumped them up to 35 at the time, 35 millimeter, and then they redid a lot of the audio, and then the music and everything. That all Kevin Smith did not pay for any of that. You know what I mean? That's all Miramax and Harvey Weinstein, which I don't know. Do they talk about that anymore? I don't know.
Persona non grata, right?
Yeah.
They took him to the hospital the other day. I remember seeing, though. Yeah. I never heard a follow-up. He went to the hospital for some issue, whether he died or he's okay. Never any follow-up. Not that I care either way.
Oh, I don't think, that's off the radar for most people these days. But Miles was very pleasant surprise, and thank you, Maryland, and I'm sorry we're butchering your last name, and thank you, Brian, for meeting with us several 6-7 years ago. All very nice people.
Yeah, super nice people. Absolutely.
So how was your Christmas this year, Miles?
It was pretty good here. So I got a dog chewing on a chew toy here. So.
I thought you were farting.
Mouse.
No. It's a
good
chew
one,
toy.
Bob. High pitched squeal.
I thought that was your releasing gas here.
Yeah.
No, I might have to move though. I don't.
He's sharting his pants.
Yeah.
Well, Miles is. I guess you got some butt toys, and apparently one of them is a butt whistle.
The plug does whistle when you clench down.
Yeah. Miles, before I forget, the show's over. I'm dying to know, though, when you go over into Canada, do you have a button to switch to kilometers?
I'm like, where the hell's he going with this?
I don't know where that's going, man.
He's commenting
you've never been to Canada?
I've been to Canada.
So do they call you? Do they call you
the metric
kilometers
thing over there? So it's not miles, it's kilometers.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, boy.
Jokes don't work too well.
Man,
you gotta explain
wow, dang, man, that guy.
You know what? That was a lot of kilometers to go for a joke.
Yeah, my apologies. I totally like. What's this guy high?
He was still thinking about his butt whistle.
Right.
Yeah,
right now, there's a bunch of Canadians are laughing though.
Yeah, our big Canadian following we have, the frogs. Yeah.
So did you get anything good for the holidays at all, Miles?
I feel like I'm an asshole because
that was proven last week while you were berating children on their choice of sports teams. But yes,
I started berating my son. I don't say antiques, but older stuff, and sports stuff and things like that, as you know. And and he's we're transporting some gifts because we're going to go to someone else's house to open up gifts, and he's got them like in this, I don't know if you want to call it an ammo crate or what it is, but it's kind of a longer, like 4-foot wooden box with some handles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely it's seen its day, like, oh, okay. Right. I mean, I don't even really know what this would be used for. I'm like, okay. Anyway, he goes, so we're getting ready to go. He goes, yeah, that's one of your gifts. I'm like, yeah,
for
right.
you? It's a gift for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
He goes, and I laugh in his face. I go, this piece of shit. I thought he was joking. No, I thought he was joking. No, I thought he was joking. He's like, no, I got that for you. I went on my way to buy that for you. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus.
It's like some kind of old ammo crate. Is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some, but they're more, squarish, looking. This was kind of more of an oblong, kind of thing. But there's no markings on it.
You get what you find, you know what I mean? They're not like just handing them out.
No, I know. I felt so bad. I thought he was bullshitting me. I'm like, oh. I go, this shitty old box? What the fuck?
Oh, great. I get
an empty
box. Yeah, great.
Yeah, he got all serious. He's like, no, this is like a real gift. I got oh.
What about you, Dad? What about
I go, yeah, huh. Darn it. I don't know what to say, I felt bad. I just really burst a bubble there. I'm like, God damn
As you should. As well you should.
Yeah. So yeah, I turned out okay otherwise. Yeah, I was fine. But,
okay, good.
Yeah.
So it was a good Christmas for you.
I no complaints. Yeah, it was all right. It was good.
Joseph, do you want to? This is Joseph Leonard, by the way, folks. Joseph, do you want to tell us what you got for Christmas?
Yeah, I got some more pews for the pewer. Bullets.
What?
Oh, you got bullets.
What?
Oh.
Pew.
Oh.
I told
Joseph wanted was a few gross 144 bullets. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
Ammo.
I told that joke on Dick Cupkey's Trigger Talk on Wham the other day, and it went over just as well there too.
We thought second time's a charm, is what you're thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe third time it'll work.
Oh, maybe
next show.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same, but like, Joe, what you it sounds like you're trying to murder somebody on the show.
It's for drones. You're shooting drones out of the sky.
Yeah.
Michael, what about you? Did you do anything good?
Oh no, my Christmas sucked.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it looks like you shaved.
Nah. Oh yeah. Well, you noticed. Well, yeah, my Harry's came in finally. The Harry's razor. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
You're telling us that you're clean shaven upstairs and down. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. I used Bob. I used the skull for the downstairs area. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's for his next role in a porno movie. He needs to be shaved all over.
Yeah, well, they say, you want to look tall, stand in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
No, my Christmas was all right, except for the other day when Mr. Somebody slept in and missed the entire fucking show.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
I took Savage time to a whole new level.
You did. And guess what? Guess what, Joe? You were replaced by Bob here. Thank God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob.
I can't replace Joseph. I can tell you that right now. I do not have the energy that Joseph has. I don't bring that kind of spark.
It was good that somebody was there because you can't leave Savage on his own.
Yeah. Now I have a story about what happened to me on Christmas. Miles is a little bit aware of this, so it won't be new to him necessarily. But so we were given a present of illness at our house over the Christmas holiday. And but I don't know if you know this particular story, Miles, but so we're sitting there in my living room, and both my children are there, as well as their significants, and we're chitting and chatting on Christmas. Well, it wasn't really Christmas Eve. We moved Christmas Eve up to accommodate our schedules, and so it was our Christmas Eve. And so, you know, I have my chair, right? And my wife has her chair, and then we have other seating, couch, and so forth. So my son wasn't feeling that good. He was the, you know, patient zero for this illness. But he said he was feeling better, so he joined us, and we're talking and so forth. And then he slides out to the edge of the couch, and we're all talking, and I'm like, and then everybody, all of a sudden, everything goes quiet because he's like gets in the kind of a launching position, if you will, and my wife's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I'm not feeling so good." And then my daughter is like next to him. She's like, "What's going on?" And then I'm like, "Hey, buddy." And then he goes, "Blah," and he throws up all over the carpet.
Oh my God.
I mean, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm so talk about being an ass. Here I'm being an ass too. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, we taught you to run to the bathroom. You just sat there and threw up all over the carpet.
Damn. How old is he, Bob?
He's 20.
Oh my, 20?
Yeah.
God.
So we were making fun of him because when they were little kids, you know, you go, if you feel like you're going to be sick, run into the bathroom and stick your head in the tub or the toilet or something. And I'm like, but he just sat there for a minute and he's like, well, I was trying to suppress it. And I'm like, don't suppress it, just run.
Oh my God.
We've got like 3 bathrooms here. What are you doing? So our Christmas festivities started out with somebody puking all over. Thankfully, he didn't get it on the couch. He slid up to the edge, and I thought he was going to run. I mean, everybody was expecting him to run, but he didn't. He just puked right on the floor. Now, that sounds terrible, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Miles was during all this, he also had the other problem on the backside.
Had it coming out all.
He did not
all
do
the
that at that point in time. He had some diarrhea to deal with, and then other people got it. Thankfully, I never
Did he do
got
that
it.
on the carpet too?
No, he didn't. Thank goodness he made it.
Bad boy.
But that's not the funniest part about it. I don't know, he'll get a bit mad at me for telling this, but
nah.
So the night before, he went with some friends to the art museum,
and
he didn't know he wasn't feeling bad at that point yet, and so he's at the art museum with some friends, and they're perusing. You know, they have Degas there at the art museum.
Right.
They've got, you know, priceless works of art. Thankfully, this did not happen near those. So he says, he's like, you know, they had gone and ate somewhere else and were perusing the artwork and doing stuff. And he's like, I'm not feeling so good. So he runs to find a bathroom. And he gets to the middle of what's going to be a gala. There's people there. They're all set up for this kind of an event at the art museum. And I'm going to quote him. He said he stealth puked in the middle of the gala.
Oh, you mean he swallowed his vomit? What's self puke?
No. It came out.
Oh, okay.
But it came out, but he thinks that no one saw him. I have no idea. I was not there. I cannot claim. But the problem was
Clean up on aisle 5.
He's like, it was only water, it was only stomach juices and water. So he thinks he got away with it. But I have a feeling
Oh my God.
that some people in the gala were not too happy.
He didn't tell anyone that, hey, I just puked?
No, he did. He told the security guard.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
but everybody wasn't at their tables yet. So he was like off to the side. He pukes all over the floor. And he makes it to the bathroom and like gets situated. And then when he leaves, he tells the security person, "Hey, I puked over there." And he went back to looking at art.
Oh,
God.
Yeah,
that was one hell of a visit.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I was half expecting to get some kind of bill from the art museum, to be honest with you.
Never going back there.
I think at least it was a tile floor, so that's.
Did they have the banana duct tape to a wall piece there?
They do have a modern art section there on the third floor, but
take an apple and duct.
I don't. He was on the first floor. I'm pretty sure. So
yeah.
So anyway, not myself or my wife, thank goodness, but everybody else kind of passed that around over the holidays. So to varying degrees, but he's the only one that that anyone witnessed the illness. So, and I'm like, why didn't you run? What?
I mean, it sounds like what. It sounds like one hell of a. It sounds like a better story than my Christmas holiday. I mean, I had to work around production and stuff. Oh God, me and Shaky were doing a whole bunch of production. Ducked.
Well, I mean, you could have been puking.
I could have been.
Yeah, everybody's feeling better now, but not that anybody cares, but they do. So
your son's running around like he's Pukes from the Thing or something like that.
That's right. Oh my gosh! But yeah,
he's got his arms up. He's like, no.
But I couldn't believe it. We were all just stunned. I'm like, this is.
Thank God he didn't puke on that wonderful art. I mean, it's priceless, man.
I know it's priceless. They got water lilies there. So.
It's usually it would have been glass, right?
Yeah. They got splash guards. They got sneeze guards on all that.
Can you imagine him puking on the Mona Lisa? Oh my God, that would be a travesty.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh, I was just like, really? Yeah. But it was memorable. We'll remember this Christmas for years to come.
Oh God, yeah.
Don't you think?
Yuck.
Dead air.